I'm going to take you through the exact quick start process that I use with my coaching clients so you can get started today. First, we're going to talk about what's reasonable for you to expect so you can be confident your goals are achievable. Then we'll look at setting up some new goals. Then we're going to take a look at the basics of the meals you'll be eating. Now, using this method, I think it's fair to say that you can dream big. Let's talk for a minute about what's reasonable to expect. When I started, I had no idea because all I'd heard was some massive claims about weight loss, muscle gains, and I thought it all sounded a bit too good to be true. Having worked with many people using this method now and studied results of many more people, I can give you a good idea of what's reasonable to expect. Now, your results could include any of the following: lower blood pressure, better cholesterol results, less symptoms of inflammatory illnesses, more energy, better focus and concentration, clearer thinking, better health overall, better digestion, fat loss up to 5 pounds per week, though the usual is 1 to 2 pounds per week, lasting fat loss results, an easier routine to maintain for the long term, some muscle gain, lots of fun on your day off, and no more feelings of guilt. Now, fat loss comes at different rates for different people. However, following this method definitely does result in fat loss. It's not the kind of thing that only works for some people. Of course, I know this list of results sounds pretty incredible, so there are some realities that I feel obliged to share with you, although I could have just not mentioned them. But I think it's important that you're totally aware of how this method works. Men will lose fat faster and men will gain muscle more quickly too. And if you're over 40, male or female, fat loss tends to start a little more slowly and continue a little more slowly than it does for younger people. If you have a treat during the week, it'll curb your fat loss, and that means it's likely for that week you'll be even, having not gained but not lost anything. So it's important to stick to the foods during the week and enjoy your afternoon off once a week. And that day off, well, it can only last for around 12 hours, and you can't spread it out over days or save it up. It needs to be taken every week, and it should only go from around 12 midday till around 12 midnight. And it really is best to pick a day when you're not working so you can really enjoy it. Finally, because this method encourages your body to be healthier, it's quite possible you'll gain some muscle as well as losing some fat, and that means your scales might not change as much as you hope. But of course, the proof can be found in measurements around your body and in how different you'll look and feel. It's important not to focus only on the number on your scale. And an extra little warning too: as you start changing size and shape, you might find friends, family, or colleagues who are not exactly prepared or used to the new you, and they may not be comfortable with the changes that you're enjoying. Now, this may come across as criticism, endless questions or ridicule about the food you're eating, or comments about how the method you're using can't possibly be better than the one they're using, or they read about, or heard about. Now, please do your level best to ignore them and continue on your course. And only share your results with people who are happy and encouraging to you. So now let's talk goals. If you're watching this, I'm going to assume that you have some pretty good reasons for wanting to change your body and achieve that change so that you feel more confident, happier, and have a better life. And these modules aren't just times to sit back and relax. You're going to get involved too. So go and grab a pen and paper or open up a new Word document on your computer. And when you're ready, think for a moment about the time you decided you just had to do something about this. You might have got frustrated, sad, depressed, or angry, but you found inside yourself something that said enough. You decided that this had to change. I want you to focus in on all the reasons you had to make this change and pick the one that is most important to you. You'll have some reasons to keep things the same, no matter how uncomfortable you feel. So it's critical that you find reasons to change that are bigger and louder than any reason you have to stay the same. I want you to be very clear on why this is so important to you. Now I want you to write down the reasons you must change. You might include your health, your relationships, your children, your happiness, your partner, your lifestyle, and your work. Once you define this change in your life, everything else is downhill. Everything is just a minor detail on your journey to being a different, more confident, and happier person. So with this done, you need to commit to this being one of your most important projects right now. Give yourself permission to prioritize this over and above other commitments you have, because when this changes and your life is better, you'll have more to give all those commitments than you ever had before. I'm sure you've seen some amazing success stories of people on TV shows, news reports, and on the web. People who've made changes in their life and found better versions of themselves. Their stories can be incredibly inspirational when it comes to setting goals for yourself, so have a think about people who've inspired you. And the more specific you can be with your dreams, the better. Think about how many pounds you'd like to lose, what body fat percentage you'd prefer to be, or if there's a specific dress size you'd like to wear. Maybe you'd like to buy a new belt of a certain measurement or be able to complete a certain physical challenge. While you're dreaming about this, start writing down your goals and write them as the end point, like weighing 185 pounds or wearing dress size 10. Or you might write something like running with my dog twice a week. And remember, the more specific the better, so you could include your weight, your blood pressure, measurements, pants or dress size, body fat percentage, a specific item of clothing, or maybe a specific health indicator like cholesterol, perhaps a chronic ailment or other problem, or a certain ability like playing with your kids, running with your dog, walking to work, playing sport with a team, or being as fast as you once were. Maybe you'd like to be in shape for a particular event like a running race or baseball tournament. You might also want to include a certain time period or date on a calendar, like the number of weeks from now, or a specific event like a holiday, family event, summer, a reunion, a vacation, or a sports event you want to participate in. Take all of those goals and have them written down on a piece of paper or on your computer. Now you're going to refer back to these every day, so I'd suggest printing your list if you can. Every day when you wake up, grab that piece of paper and read through it. Then close your eyes and think about what your life will be like when they're all reality. The truth is that you're already on your way to having those things that you've written down. Today is one more day towards that goal. So see yourself in different places and scenarios as this new person, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Focus on how great you feel with these new goals as reality, how you get compliments, and how amazed people will be asking you how you did it. Think about enjoying those activities or those new clothes. Spend time each day doing this and you'll be getting closer and closer to your goal being reality. Okay, that's the end of the goal setting workshop, so now you're ready for tomorrow. And it's time to take a look at exactly what you need to do to lose weight and get the body you've always wanted. And remember to download the action guide on this page and use that to really get things started right. So we're going to be eating 4 meals per day around 4 hours apart. This gives you plenty of energy and you'll never be wondering or dreaming about the next plate of food. We start with a basic meal template, which is a simple mixture of carbohydrates, protein, and vegetables. So firstly, we choose from black beans, red kidney beans, white beans, butter beans, or lentils. Now I prefer red split lentils because they're fast to cook, they taste delicious, and they're easy to digest. But I also tend to enjoy a variety of beans and lentils from one meal to the next to keep things interesting. For our protein, we can choose anything that falls into the lower fat category, such as lean ground beef, fish, chicken, turkey, and occasionally steak. If you go for red meats, try to get grass-fed ones. We can also use eggs and egg whites. Vegetables are chosen from the wide variety of green and leafy vegetables and include broccoli, spinach, green beans, cauliflower, kale, asparagus, cabbage, and others that are all low in sugar and starch and have lots of great nutrients and fiber. Following this template and keeping in mind the 4-meal schedule with around 4 hours between each meal, you'll be set to go. So you might start with a breakfast of eggs, lentils, and spinach, or you might go for salmon, broccoli, and white beans. It's totally up to you. For lunch, you could have a chicken salad of spinach, cooked chicken breast pieces, some red kidney beans, and a splash of lemon juice and olive oil. You might even throw in a little diced avocado, as some good healthy fats from things like olive oil, avocados, and fish are all healthy additions to your meals. In the afternoon, you might opt for a tin of tuna with a broccoli and lentil salad, and for dinner you could sit down to a hearty meal of tasty ground beef with cauliflower and white beans mashed together. On the side, you can consider things like lemon juice, olive oil, macadamia oil, a little bit of pure butter, some tomato salsa that doesn't have added sugar, a dash of Parmesan cheese, and all the herbs and spices you can imagine. There's endless ways to make your meals delicious, and lots of ways you can easily create portable meals to take with you. For a more complete list of foods, please download the shopping list info sheet on this page and print it out and take it with you. I'm sure you'll find plenty of delicious options there. Now with this meal template, you'll be eating as much food as you need so that you're not hungry between meals. And for some people, this might mean half a cup of beans and a small protein portion. For other people, perhaps 1 cup of beans and a large protein portion. The key is simply to adjust to your hunger levels. So you don't need to count calories, and there's no weight loss benefit to feeling hungry between meals. You're much better off to be eating adequate amounts because this method works with your body, not against your body, to help you use your own fat for energy. Eating 4 times a day with 4 hours between means you've got good windows of time for your body to use your own fat for energy, especially overnight. And as we've learned, this is the key to losing weight and maintaining your new body in the future. By eating meals with a high fiber carbohydrate and protein, you digest your food slowly and avoid blood sugar spikes. And that means you avoid storing any more fat. And also make sure that you drink plenty of water all day long. And if you're hungry before bed, you can have a tablespoon of almond butter or natural peanut butter. But if that happens every night, you should eat just a little more at your last meal of the day. It's really that simple. You can easily get started today with a shopping trip and then be eating these great meals and be changing your body every day starting tomorrow. And remember to download the action guide. It has the exact steps that you can follow to make this happen for you. If you're frustrated about weight loss and concerned about your current weight, then you're right where I was not too long ago. I tried filling my calendar with sports and exercise and I felt exhausted. And I tried eating healthily only to be stuck with extra pounds. Using this method, I now have a happier and more confident life. Plus, I go to the gym less, I have lots of energy, and I feel better about myself, which means a lot to me. Knowing that I was able to achieve my goals makes me feel incredible, and I get to feel that every single day. Imagine how great it feels to be able to look back in time and think about how far you've come. And I did it eating plenty of food and never feeling hungry. Plus, I had more spare time than ever before, and less stress and less worry about my health. If you're spending hours logging your food or going to classes, or if you're spending hours each day exercising, you could easily have a lot more spare time to enjoy using this method. Perhaps you feel hungry every day, but you can't get the results you want. If you don't know where to start, or you feel confused or frustrated about weight loss, then applying this method will get you on track, potentially cut hours of exercise, give you lots of energy and lots to eat, and have you feeling and looking great. Now you're probably trying to decide if this is for you, and that's totally understandable. So if you like the sound of eating 4 large meals every day, having lots of time for friends and loved ones, lots of energy for work and play, then this is for you. I spend just 1 hour per week at the gym, and I exercise for no more than another 30 minutes per week, and I'm measured at 10% body fat. The reality of this method is that it's worked for me and thousands of other people, and it can work for you too. Following the complete body fat control method is a great option if you need to keep things simple while getting the life that you want. And remember, today we've talked about key number 1 to complete body fat control. Key number 2 is lifestyle control and how to make this part of your day-to-day routine. And I don't leave any detail out. Key number 3 is exercise control and what exercise really means for fat loss. Key number 4, result control, covers everything you need to interpret your results and fine-tune your approach accordingly. Key 5, supplement control, teaches you the truth about supplements and substitutions as well as treats, so you can adjust your strategy to your liking. And finally, key number 6 is future control, and this module teaches you what you need to know to make great decisions about food, so that you're ready for a lifetime of easy and effective body fat control. Together, these 6 keys give you complete control over your body fat, with everything you need to get started now, get the results you want, and be confident that you can control your body fat in the future. By taking this course and adjusting your lifestyle accordingly, you will start losing the fat that might be holding you back from feeling happier, more confident, more energetic, and more excited about life. Following each video lesson, you'll have the knowledge and the power to really make the changes you need. And with the action guides, you'll get things happening so that you can achieve the results you've always dreamed about, plus control your body fat in the future. Using what you learned here today and the action guide you can download on this page, you could easily start to get the results you want and have that feeling of making progress. But I want you to feel totally confident and have all the knowledge you will ever need to be healthy, fit, and feeling great. And that's exactly why I created this complete course in the first place. You'll learn about the best routine to follow, how much to eat, how to have a great day off, the best foods for each meal, how to use exercise to your advantage, how much exercise is the right amount, how to fine-tune your fat loss, some advanced fat loss techniques, how to assess your results, how to continue having confidence in your progress, the truth about supplements, the reality of artificial sweeteners, how you can make substitutions to the meals, how you can include treats during the week, how to customize this method to suit you, and how you can use this method into the future to maintain your new body. I look forward to sharing this journey with you. All the best in health, fitness, and happiness.